gentlemen, we are the Millie Goats. It's good to have it's been a while since we've all been back together. I think Texas is coming too. So
it's been a while.
Hey, episode 239. G.U.Y.S has been on the road.
Shout out.
239. We know what that means.
Wait, I thought it was 215.
It's been 215 for the last forever shows.
15's the number, I guess, because that's what number I was on all night on Friday night.
He's waiting on somebody to send him a digital counter just so he can update it.
Ever since Edge said that it annoyed him, that's exactly what I knew I was going to do, was just leave it up there forever. So it is what it is, dude. Episode 215/239.
Hey,
May 4th. May the 4th be with you. Tex isn't here. He's our resident Star Wars guy. I'm not a bit. Are you guys Star Wars? I like watching the movies. I don't know anything about Star Wars.
I've never seen any of it.
I'm not a Star Wars guy at all.
They're entertaining. Tell you that.
I like stuff that's real. That can really happen.
What do you mean? What's wrong? You don't. People been to space. Have you not seen Elon Musk?
We don't talk politics. Have full populations in space.
We don't talk politics on this show, dude. We bring politics into it. It's National Lemonade / Orange Juice Day. So both of those days today. So obligatory. Which one would you rather have, lemonade or OJ?
OJ.
Depends on time. Before noon, you got to go OJ. True. Afternoon, you go lemonade.
Oh my goodness!
If it's hot out, you're not.
Oh, sorry. Game 7's on. Are you kidding me?
What happened?
Oh my gosh!
Wow,
dude.
I'm really delayed.
Are you really delayed? I'm sorry. Yeah. I just totally ruined that. Oh my gosh! Whiteout in Winnipeg. Did not mean to bust open the. Sorry to bust your eardrums on the way to work. For those of you listening on the way to work, we're currently watching the Winnipeg Jets, St. Louis Blues live. Time winding down. St. Louis. I mean, oh my gosh, dude. We're about to get an OT game 7, I think.
They tied it?
Yeah, it's tied up 33 with 1.6 seconds left.
You didn't make a peep.
Well, you already made it.
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
What am I supposed to do? You already ruined it for me.
Oh my gosh, dude. The Jets against all odds. Are you kidding me? With 1.5 seconds left. Oh my goodness, dude. That was nuts. That was incredible. We're recording this during the game. So the Blues are completely dejected. Winnipeg's probably about to burn to the ground if they win this game. They scored 2 goals in less than 3 minutes. Wow. Oh, my goodness. How? Redirect. Top cheddar from the slot. How is that guy standing alone? Anyways. Whew. Okay.
Lemonade can only be drank with sweet tea and a little bit of vodka in it.
John Daly.
No, thank you.
Well, I mean, it's the same thing. But you just add vodka. Or do you get Firefly sweet tea flavor?
That
vodka?
Used to be the jam.
You remember when that came out?
In college? Yeah.
You remember that song, Firefly?
I remember the band Firefly.
Wait a minute. Was it a band?
Is it a band?
No, I thought it was a song.
The BMO used to always listen to? Weren't they called Firefly?
I thought it was a song.
Oh, maybe. Need him to confirm.
I don't know. Okay.
So, J-Bot, give us first count how the Derby went for you.
Whoa. We got a new thumbnail, Edge. No. There's levels to this. It's lawn season. I basically perfected. Actually, shout out to our golf tourney sponsors, by the way. Yeah. YMCA of Avery County. We're on a whole sponsorship there for a hole-in-one. Shout out them. And then Eastern Alamance High School. Coach Mitch. We're gonna be involved sponsoring their golf tournament there. So we might even play in that thing. I just got the details. So
when is it?
June 6th. You don't even know.
Not great.
Yeah, so we have the we got the new thumbnail. We'll see how that works. But I did perfect. I put out some Bermuda grass today, boys. Went to Lowe's, got a whole bunch of new Bermuda grass seed. Aerated, mowed, and aerated at the same time. Laid all the seed.
How'd you do that?
I have a little aerator that goes behind my lawnmower.
Oh, okay.
So I pulled it while I was mowing. Then I laid out all the seed. And then right after I laid it out, it started raining.
Perfect.
I said, that's the equivalent of a back shoulder fade. You can't, Mother Earth could not defend that.
Yeah.
Timing. Like, that's how you draw it up in the booth.
Yeah, it's textbook.
I mean, that's the way it goes. Yeah, lemonade, OJ Day. California and Arizona produced almost 95% of the entire U.S. lemon crop. Did you know that? I didn't know Arizona did. That's weird.
Yeah, it's weird. Must be right by the river.
Huh.
Makes sense.
And America comes a close second, but the largest consumer of orange juice in the world is Canada.
That's actually really interesting.
They're stealing our oranges.
Isn't that weird? Okay, so J-Vi, you were on the road. We're going to get to all that.
Speaking of lemon, there was a horse called Lemon Muffin that I bet on, and it won.
Nice.
I cannot wait to hear all your stories here in a minute.
So full circle. Lemon Day, Lemon Muffin, Lemon Money.
Lemon. And the Winnipeg Jets, no longer a lemon, as the greatest gift ever is that little that yeah, so we got Salute Your Sports. We've got yes. Hockey is the best. We got 2 Game 7s, and it came down to basically the last minute of each game. It's incredible. We're going to talk about it here in a minute. B. McCormick is here. Love seeing B. McCormick in there. Buku is here. Blues Jets over 5.5. Never a doubt. Those of you listening on your audio version.
Is he a Kraken guy?
He's a Kraken guy. He swore his allegiance. He lives in Tennessee, though, so I don't,
It's like you being a Niners fan.
Hey, he's committed, though. Look, he's got his profile.
Okay.
So we got we're going to talk some Game 7s. We're going to talk the Derby. We're going to talk NFL power rankings post-draft. We're going to talk golf, which there's not much to talk about other than Scottie Scheffler completely mauling everyone and that entire course, playing first course he played at ever, and he just played it again and shot like a 97 under EA Sports Games score. Stupid. But we've got a topic to talk about here in a second about an event that's coming on. So let's hit the Salute Your Sports and we'll get into it.
Okay.
Okay, Salute Your Sports, ladies and gentlemen. And the first thing we're going to talk about is we're not going to salute your sports. We're going to talk about an event that took place, that is about to take place, that we have created some online buzz about. That has gotten us some direct messages via the Barstool conglomerate, Big Cat, and the boys up at Barstool Sports are putting on an event tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. And that event is the Bet Gala. Now, for those of you that know or that listen to our show, listen to Pardon My Take, a mere 1 year ago on their show, they said that they were going to do this. I have the clip if we want to play it. We don't have to, of them shouting us out. Should we play it or no?
You can play it.
Okay. Well, now I got to get out of this.
That would be trouble.
You
should have had it ready.
I had it ready. I just didn't know if you wanted me to play. I thought for sure you guys were going to say no, and then you got me. It's BS.
Tex would have said no.
Textbook. So here we go. This is last year. Hold on.
Idea that someone tweeted at me that we're going to do.
Yes.
So legally, no one's allowed to steal this.
Legally.
Now, this is from Millie Goats. He tweeted me last night, I think, and I talked to Dave about it. I think we're going to do a bet gala at some point this year where we invite some famous people and we just bet.
So there you go. Credit to us, right? Last year, May 8th, says it right there on the screen. Okay. And they go
every single game on the board and we dress up. That'd be pretty good, right?
That's a good idea.
Well, we just come up with
I need a theme.
I
think just betting, gambling on sport.
Yeah.
So there you go. A year ago, that's what was said on their show. So it was like, oh, okay, cool, right? I thought for sure after some back and forth when it happened then that we were going to be involved with this thing, right? Because they seem like they're pretty cool dudes.
You think?
Well, turns out a couple days ago I came across it that said they were doing the Bet Gala, and Dave Portnoy was going on a show about, oh, hey, I've been having this idea for a while now. This is going to be a great thing. It's just going to be, and I was like, wait a minute. So being the guy that I am, the petty loser that I am, I went straight into attack mode. I said, wait a minute. I went and found that clip that I just played, and I started blasting it everywhere on our behalf. To the point where Big Cat actually reached out and he goes, hey, I said that a year ago. I did give you guys credit, but would you like to come? And I was like, so he did reach out. So credit to them for reaching out. And obviously with the current situation of having kids and work the way that what I do for a living, it's very hard for me to just be like, yeah, I'm going to take work off. So,
let me get to Arizona on a Monday.
Yeah. On a Monday.
On a 2 days notice.
Yeah, 2 days notice. So where do you guys think we're at on this? I mean, I actually made a video in response.
Let's play it.
Should I play it? Okay.
Yeah.
Here's my video. After I talked to Big Cat and we had a little back and forth, and he was cool about it. I mean, I understand. Dude, I get it. But that doesn't mean we can't have some fun with it, right? So here's
noon and salutations. We are the Millie Goats. By now, the thousands and millions of you have seen about the Bet Gala that was birthed on an episode of PMT not just a year ago. With that being said, we are no strangers to internet media dust-ups, as Pat McAfee has blocked us
straight to
for
Pat
some
McAfee.
reason. Anyways, the Bet Gala will take place Monday night, and in lieu of being able to be present at the event, we had a list of demands. For PFT, you went to JMU, we went to App State. We would like for you to release a statement via Twitter that JMU is inferior to App State as a little brother. Big Cat, we request one interview with you to debate whether Caleb Williams is a franchise guy or not. Hank, we just want to play you in golf one time because we suck and you probably suck. And finally, Dave Portnoy, El Presidente, we would request one invite to the Internet Invitational Golfer Tournament thing. Also, $20 million cash. We don't negotiate with terrorists. These are our demands. They're non-negotiable. Again, we are the Millie Goats.
All right. So first of all,
Go ahead, dude.
the fact that you wore your master's jacket while we're recording this. Second of all, I don't know where you got this microphone from, but it's hilarious.
Bob Barker, Mike.
Bob Barker, baby.
And then third of all, you held it together, read from your notebook, and then all of a
I
sudden
didn't have anything written on that.
Nothing written at all. I could tell because you never even looked at it. And then at the end of $20 million in cash, we don't negotiate. This is our final offer.
Well, to me, what's funny is he's like, we want to play Hank in golf because we suck, and he probably sucks. And then he's like, invite us to the golf tournament.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to invite somebody that sucks.
I actually, when he sent me the first message that it read, I can't even remember what it read from Big Cat. He was fun about it. And he said, hey, I didn't remember that you tweeted me about the Bet Gala a year ago. My bad. Although I credited you at the time. Do you want to attend? And then I sent him that video. That was the only thing I sent him for like 10 minutes. And then I sent a long message. He said it's all good, short notice. I'll make sure you're in for next year for sure if we do it. And if we don't, if you're ever out in Chicago, come check out the Will Compton Museum. and then I asked about the golf tournament thing. So I feel like it's all fun in the games. I think it's, I feel like we're having a good time with it. I'm being petty, aren't I, though?
Of course you are. That's what you do. That's your MO.
Yes,
they don't know what they're doing, dude. They tapped into a guy who's like literally will pester them until I don't even know what
until they block
pretty
you.
much.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I really don't know what the end goal is, but I'm just like, we will not go quietly into the night. I just don't know. The problem is that it is night and we don't know where we're going.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, Chris, yes, he said the Jets game just got absolute too. That was nuts. Anyways, the Bet Gala, I'm actually like, it's kind of cool to know that this is like, what if they play that video at the Bet Gala? That's what I should tell them. I should be like, we request you play that video.
Are there like 3 games on tomorrow night? Like, it seems like such a weird
That's what I was trying to figure
night
out. Like,
and time.
seemed like it should have
6
been done during the
p.m. What's
Derby.
there to bet on at 6 p.m. on a Monday?
I don't know.
Or
But
is it putting futures on everything?
Yeah, maybe.
I'm not sure, but it is kind of, Patriot's here. What's up, Patriot? So yeah. And then Dave Portnoy did his. This is the first ever Bet Gala live from Scottsdale, red carpet. I saw them setting it up. Theme is gambling. Like, it's literally exactly what they said. I was so mad because I'm like, they played it close to the vest for this reason, because once they saw that we knew it was there, I was gonna go like berserker mode.
Yeah.
But there's nothing we could do about it. We can't put on an event like this. I was just hoping to be like, hey, maybe we'll get an invite, which they did. So
On
But
2
I'm
days' notice.
I'm still holding out for the. Where do you stand on it?
I mean, I don't really know anything about it, honestly, just because I've been out of the loop. I've been out of pocket since Thursday.
Yeah.
So I really just haven't even. I saw the video because you sent it to us, but like other than that, I didn't really know anything about it.
Well, the Bet Gala.
So now that's why I'm trying to think of like, what the hell is on Monday night at 6 p.m. that you can bet on?
I don't know, but it's just Edge. What do you think? Am I being? I don't know. It's just I don't know why it irks me so much. I'm like, dude, this was.
I guess baseball.
We could have been there, and this could have been us rubbing elbows, and maybe it still will be. I don't know.
I mean, I think it'll turn into something in the future. I mean, like I said, Big Cat gave you props. It's,
he didn't have to reach out at all. So
that's
kudos
right.
to him.
Yeah, this is what we already know that a lot of the talking heads do is steal other people's stuff. I'm not saying it's Big Cat directly or Dave directly or none of that. Like, I'm sure they got an entire team that just scoured the internet, for content to see if they can read brand on their own and talk about it. So, it is what it is. He gave you a shout out. He gave you an offer for next year if they have it. And next thing you know, it'll be the Barstool Millie Goats Bet Gala.
I had all kinds of other stuff I was going to ask, but shout out to everybody who made enough noise. Because once it got out that people were like, whoa, when they saw the clip, everybody just started piling on. They're like, this is it.
Yeah.
Like, everybody went nuts. And I was like, yes.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. That's good that the small time guys getting a shout out. But I don't think you can like sue them or nothing, or because they're going to drown you in financials and drag it out to where it won't be worth a penny.
That's not even the intent.
There's a new pirate ship in town.
That's right. It's just the funny, like, he has to know watching that video that we're complete idiots.
Yeah.
Like, we're the same, dude. I promise you. So, anyways. And then I got, like, I was putting it everywhere. I was putting that little video all over the players. Or all over the place. And somehow it says, I guess it said we were trying to be a bot. We have found that your account may contain spam or engaging in other types of platform manipulation. What does this mean for our account? The reach of your account may be limited, and its content may also be temporarily restricted, such as being excluded from trends, replies, and recommended notifications.
Oh,
so then my brain went to tinfoil hat. I was like, they're trying to cancel us before the event.
Reported you.
Maybe.
You should watch the event and place your bet in the comments for everyone. Like a video.
Oh my gosh. Just make videos the entire time.
Yeah, act like you're talking to them. But it's a one-sided conversation.
Oh my gosh, dude. So anyways, that was the Bet Gala thing. Kudos to him for reaching out. That was cool. So, and he said we could go if we wanted to next year. But anyways, that's the Bet Gala. So I hope that, I really hope it does. I was like, people were like, you got to do this. And I'm like, man, these people are going to give away probably so much money to charity or whatever if they win stuff. Like it's in the right hands. It's just,
yeah.
Hey, we got good ideas too. That's all. But anyways, okay. Here's the lineup for the show. We got the Kentucky Derby. It's the GOAT event of all time. It's the GOAT Oat. And Game 7's the NHL Rock. NHLs are better than the NBA. It's not even close. We're currently having OT right now. Jets Blues. Oh my gosh. NFL power rankings and Super Bowl odds after the draft. Yes, exactly. It was the principle of it all. It was, you said you would give us credit, and then we talked, and then there was nothing, and then you waited till 3 days before the event to promote it, knowing that we would go bananas. Is it pronounced Galaxy or Gala?
BMO, Firefly, the band name or a song title?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was a song title, but you
I
might
thought
be
it was
right. Now that I'm thinking,
Fireflies, the band.
I don't know.
The two white
Somebody.
dudes?
Maybe. I don't know. But the Kentucky Derby, dude. Okay, J-Vi, this is where you take over. You were boots on the ground. You had an absolute whale of a time. I have some slides to just flash through here while you're just giving come on, dude. Give us the stories.
Yeah, I mean, we're fortunate enough to go to the Derby every year, and it's a great time. The past 2 years, I've been lucky enough to do the Masters, and then a month later, do the Derby, which is insane to think about. Because, like you wrote up there, the Derby is the greatest of all time. It's like, would you rather be at the Masters on Sunday or at the Derby?
I guess it depends if you're working or not.
Well, that is the thing. I do work one. I go for fun for the other.
It has to be I don't know, dude. Derby or Masters? That is a great question.
See, like, I'll give you props because if I went to Derby, I wouldn't even saw her horse. I wouldn't. It would have just been party on the Masters. The Masters, I feel like if you go to Masters, you gotta like be into the Masters.
Well, and it's funny because, like, if you start to compare the two, you know, everybody talks about the Masters and the prices of the food and drinks and everything. With the Derby, everything's free. Like, you go up to the concession stand, that gets included in the ticket.
Wow.
Like, you go to the concession stand, beer's free. You can
Dude,
get food, but you can only get 2 things of food per person at a time. But that doesn't mean you can't get 2 things of nuggets and a pretzel and then go to the next window and get, you know, whatever else you want, a hot dog, a glizzy.
And beer's free?
Yeah, beer's free too.
Oh,
like,
man.
That's
yeah.
the thing.
What
is
the
like,
hell?
only thing you're paying for is the bets you make.
Yeah, they probably want you good and drunk so you can just drop all your cash on betting.
That's what's so funny too, because so much goes into like, because like when you get there, they give you a program. Programs are free. The program has listing of every horse that's in every race. It has the race. Like for Derby Day, there's 15 races. So the Derby is the 12th race of the day. The races start at 11 a.m. So it's like race 1, all the horses in that race, all the stats for that horse. The only thing that I wish it had was an injury report, because you don't know if a horse is gimpy or got a horseshoe that needs to be fixed, or
it's like a hockey report. It's like NHL.
Like one of the horses for the Derby, I think it was Toby Keith's horse. Rumor was that it might scratch because it had something wrong, and
that's who I bet on.
If they were smart, then they would not run it because of the health of the horse, but it ended up running. I'm like, this would be a perfect time for an injury report on these horses, so not to put money on it. Anyway, though, I say that though because Saturday it rained all day. It rained all night Friday, it rained all day Saturday. So going into it, looking at all those stats, it really evens the playing field for a beginner better on horses like myself, because you just look at the stats. You're like, okay, has this horse ran this distance before? Has this horse ran on wet turf or wet dirt before? And it's like you just start putting pieces together. And I had myself a day. 13 of 15 races I cashed on.
Let's go.
That doesn't mean I didn't lose some. But because sometimes you bet on 3 or 4 horses and one of them hits and the other doesn't. So there were times that I lost, but 13 of the 15 races I had a horse that cashed. So that was big time.
That's legit.
Yeah, but the best part about that whole weekend was the other stats you kept, which was phenomenal. The video, the montage you sent to us was.
I
That was
did. I
incredible.
was crying laughing.
Yeah,
I was
we talked about that last year doing, because I think that fad was going where you like count the number of drinks you had or whatever. So me and one of the guys I work with, my wife's cousin's husband, we tried to do it. And what we found out is like you try to go back and watch the video to see what number you're on, but they start going so fast.
That was my favorite part. It's like you were stuck on
I got
one number
15,
for like,
and I didn't think that I got past 15 when I had like 6 beers after 15. Apparently, what's
Who's the
funny
most-
because like you start again, like the races start at 11, so you might have your first drink, cocktail, whatever it is, 10:45, 11, and you think you're going kind of slow, but then it's like we went to a gala. The gala started at 7.
Gala?
Yeah. We went to a gala. It started at 7. I think at that point, I was still on at like 6 or 7. And I'm like, they're like, you need to slow down, blah, blah. I'm like, it's been like I've had less beers than number of hours that this thing started at. Like, we're okay. And then that's when, the game got upped a little bit because we sat there a little bit. Cocktails started flowing. And then, they Bon Jovi's singer, he sang. The dude that is in Queen, that sings in Queen, he was
Adam
there.
Lambert?
He sang. No, not him. Oh, maybe it was him. I thought his
He's
name
the
was
lead
Mark.
singer for Queen now, Adam Lambert.
I thought his name was Mark. Mark something.
Mark Sanchez?
Anyway, he sang. Then they have karaoke. They have a silent disco. So, yeah, we got crazy. I started to do that again at the Derby, but I was like, I'm not keeping count. And then I switched to the margaritas, and that was what really turned up the
ship
betting,
sailed.
and the money the money was starting to be made. But what? So, funny story about you. You mentioned Liquid IV before the show.
Yes.
My wife was battling a little sinus deal, so we heard that. Like I said, everything's free. So in the packet for our hotel, they said, they have IVs on the 17th floor. You come up and get an IV. And I'm like, she probably needs to get one because she's not feeling well, help him feel better. I told her I would go up there and sit with her because I'm not a big needle guy. I don't do needles.
Yeah.
I told her I'd go up there and sit with her. And we're sitting there and they're telling us like everything that's in it and, how it's going to make her feel and it's going to be a big boost. So I was like, this is 6 o'clock in the morning, 6:15 in the morning. I'm like, I'm feeling kind of crummy. I'll do it.
Ooh.
I'll do it.
Hey.
So they start poking around on her. They can't get her vein. They tried her right arm. They tried her left arm. They tried her hand. They couldn't find a vein.
That's the worst.
They find my vein right away. Right away. They get me in. The drip starts going. Next thing I know, my wife's like, well, I'm not just going to sit up here. So I'm like, wait a second. I came up here to sit with you. She's like, well, I need to get ready because we got to leave by 8. So now I'm sitting up here getting the IV, and it ends. And they go, how would you like to pay for this? And I'm like, pay for what? They're like, well, you have to pay for this. This isn't free. They got me for $370.
Holy cow, dude.
Was that for hers too?
I'm like, if it was her, it probably would have been $600.
Dude, you should have cut yourself open and just started bleeding everywhere and be like, here, give it back. I don't want this.
Dude, wow.
So, at that point, I'm thinking I'm in the hole. So that's like when the restarts really got going, and we made some money back. We made our money back.
Did it work?
Oh my God, I felt great. Like,
really?
8 o'clock rolls around, I'm like ready to go. Like
I mean, even if you go to those IV therapy places, you're spending what, $100 max?
Yeah, maybe.
Dude, they
said they're gonna put $370. It was bad.
Wow.
Luckily, I made money on the oats, and then I really made money on Derby Day. So like, it doesn't hurt as bad, but it was still like.
You're lucky you didn't pass out, and they had to revive you again and tack on another like $200 just to bring you back to life. Give you the paddles.
I could have been $400 richer than I am now, even though I'm not that rich. But Yeah.
Who's the most famous person you saw there?
In our little suite area, it was probably Warren Moon.
Oh,
Yeah, he was there. He was at the thing. The person that we got the biggest kick out of, there's a meme where it's like a guy probably our age and an older guy, like a grandpa age fella, and he's like, they're trying to put the bed together, and he's like, I just need this one piece that's 6 inches long, and did it. And the old guy's like, I got it, and he runs down, and he has like that exact piece. I don't know if you've ever seen that, but those dudes were there. Apparently, there's a guy named Young Gravy.
I don't
Do you
know
know
what
Young
you were just
Gravy?
talking about.
Young Gravy was there.
Other
He looked like Machine Gun Kelly to me, but they're like, oh my God, that's Young Gravy. And
Young Gravy.
yeah, I don't know.
Are we running out of young and littles to go? Like,
Was Biscuits with
everybody,
him too?
everybody was wanting to take a picture with Young Gravy. I have no idea who Young
who
Gravy
the
is.
heck? Who the hell is that?
No idea. No idea.
Well,
But
so-
no, it was sweet. We got I say a little insider tip, but it was just a guy that knows horses. But he told us to bet on the horse that ended up winning, so our table was heavy on that horse. And it worked out. It all panned out. It worked out.
well, you didn't say anything to anybody.
Well, I was nervous about it because last year that guy told us that, this one horse was an immortal lock on one of the early, like the prelim race. He goes, this horse is an immortal lock. We all put a couple
Please
$100
don't bet it.
we all put a couple $100 on it, and the horse finished like 8th. So I'm like, do I really want to trust this guy again? So I didn't go as heavy on it, but he was right this year, so he's back in good graces.
I just have a picture of the jockeys up here, and this is. I just always wonder where they come up with this and these hats and this. I don't know. I feel like who's the guy that won it? I can't remember. I feel like you could pick out the winner.
18 won.
Okay.
I don't know if you can see. I see 17.
Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, so I feel like I need to see this picture next year before I pick my horse that I'm going to.
It's just funny too because like I said, I was telling you, they have all those stats. You go through all the stats, and we all talked about like who we're going to bet for each race of the day. And I go over to the other table one time, and I'm like, I'm really high on the 10 and the 7. You got to talk me out of the 10. And the guy goes, he's not expensive. I was like, what do you mean he's not expensive? He goes, they didn't pay a lot for him, so I wouldn't bet him. He's like, I only bet on expensive horses because they really want to show them off, and they're expensive for a reason. I was like, yeah, but the expensive horse hasn't raced on wet anything before or this distance. And he's like, yeah, but he's expensive. I was just like, all right, you do you. I'm going to do me. And my 10 horse won because he didn't talk me out of it.
Boom.
If he would have talked me out of it, I probably wouldn't have done it, but I did it because he didn't talk me out of it. The expensive, you can talk me out because the horse isn't expensive.
Hey, it happens all the time.
There's a lot of poor people that are good football players.
Marcus Russell got paid a lot of money to suck.
Yeah.
So here was the results. Sovereignty won. Odds were 7-1. Journalism. Dude, there were so many good journalism jokes going around.
So I bet on Beza too because Beza was originally supposed to be in the Derby.
That's not Jeff Bezos' horse, is it?
But it had the second fastest speed out of all the horses that were trying to qualify for the Derby. And his jockey, the jockey that rode him, switched. And that jockey that rode him had won like 6 races earlier that day. So I'm like, this guy knows how to work a wet track. So I threw money on Bezos too. So I hit the winner and Bezos.
I bet on Toby Keith's horse, and that was a terrible.
Yeah.
He was like almost dead last.
But see, for me, that was good because since you bet on that horse, I didn't have to. I'm like, all right,
because I bet on that horse, it wasn't going to win.
I'm like, my need to bet on that horse for that same reason you bet on it was taken care of because you bet on it. Same with Tex. Tex bet on Cole Country or whatever the hell that horse's name was, Cole whatever. And I'm like, all our family that was there with us was from West Virginia, but I'm like, I should bet on this horse because it's Cole, but because Texas doing it,
Nope.
I don't need to do it.
I love it too because the memes are great. They're like me looking at this horse that I have never seen race ever, ruining my day after 2 minutes of watching him race because I bet on him. So,
Yeah, it's wild too. We also, for the first time this year, went down because a lot of people don't get there until 3-4 o'clock. The Derbies, it's like right before 7.
yeah,
So a lot of people don't get there. So like for those early races, we went down to like front row level, and hearing those horses go by you as fast as they go is incredible.
like NASCAR stuff.
Yeah, but better because it's not as loud. But
Yeah.
it's like, I'll have to send y'all a video that we took.
That's crazy.
Sick.
How about this stat? Every horse in the 2025 Kentucky Derby is a descendant of Secretary.
Yeah.
It is so crazy,
Nice.
dude. All of them are like 5th, 6th, and 7th generation of Secretary. I wonder how much that is. Good gosh, dude. That's crazy. All of them. Every single horse.
Well, it was like the
descendant.
50-year anniversary too
That's crazy.
of him winning.
It's probably 20 million right there.
He also still to this day has the fastest Derby time.
That's crazy. Also, Junior, I saw this on his pants. The guy who was jockeying Sovereignty, Junior Alvarado, he was sponsored by Hildebrandt's ice cream. And it looks like they're going to sell a lot of mint chocolate chip because he's on the cover of Hildebrandt's ice cream mint chip, which you got to pick a better ice cream than that, dude. No offense. I don't. Is anybody on this show a mint chocolate chip person?
No, dude.
I'll eat it. I'm not picking it first. It's not going 1 overall in my draft, but I'll eat it.
I mean, what are we doing here? You get like cookie dough or brownie or like, peanut butter fudge or so like mint. Like, come on. Now, we're not going to have this debate on the show, but
Well,
sweet
it's
roses.
mint because of mint julep.
Oh,
It's
dude, I
goes
saw
with
they had a gold cup that was $5,000 for a mint
goes with the
julep thing.
Kentucky Derby.
Gosh,
You want to talk about a drink that'll put you on your ass?
the mint julep,
Yeah, buddy. Holy smokes!
really?
Yeah, I have to avoid them. I won't make it to the Derby if I have
Did you
them.
get at least one while you were there?
Yeah, you always gotta have one.
Huh. Well, I saw this hat, and this is incredible. Look at that thing, dude. Why don't you make a hat like that? I mean, he had his beard out there and like 2 ponytails coming down. It looks like Fitzpatrick. And he's got
He
the
does look like
Georgia hedges
Fitzpatrick.
on top of his head with a freaking Secretariat thing on top of his.
I can't do hats. The years I've worn a hat are the years that I haven't done well betting.
So you're
I
not
can't
a
wear a
guy
hat.
for Derby.
I can't do no more new suits for me. I recycled suits this year. I brought out the championship rings.
Oh, yeah, you did.
All
I saw that.
success.
You took the MJ Coach Moore pick.
Yeah, I did. I had to after all the winnings I did.
That guy looks like Fitzpatrick, I swear. And this is like people. I was telling this. I was on a show on Saturday morning before this thing went on, and I was telling people, I'm like, you don't understand the Derby infield. Most people don't get to see it, but these people are running across porta potties.
It's like Talladega.
It's like a NASCAR meets a frat party meets a football tailgate. It's complete pandemonium. Because people are mud wrestling, there's pee everywhere, alcohol. I mean, it's crazy in there.
And it's always wet because it rained. I mean, I've been 8 years and it has rained at some point during the day every year.
Crazy. It's quite an event. It's just insane.
It is one of those things that if you ever have the chance,
go.
You have to go.
Gotta go.
The people watching alone is worth it.
Yes, absolutely. All right, Game 7s. The Dallas Stars, wild Game 7. They were down 2-0, score 3 unanswered. The Dallas Stars are the first team in Stanley Cup playoff history to be trailing by multiple goals in the third period of Game 7 and then win in regulation. They scored 3 goals in the third period. Mikko Rantanen, absolute revenge games. Please, somebody tell me they bet a hat trick for him as his revenge game. It was sick. He's the first NHL player in history to record a third period hat trick in a Game 7. That had never happened before.
Mm.
He literally put the team on his back. Now, he had an empty netter at the end, but he scored one that was crazy to tie it, where he loops around the back of the net. It bounces off a guy's skate in front and then caroms into the net. It was nuts, dude. He barred down the first goal. He was a man on a mission. The other guy, Wyatt Johnston, who scored the power play goal, was, I think that was the go-ahead goal. He was really good all night. Like, the Avalanche had him dead to rights. They had him dead. Like, it was 2-0 for pretty much the entire game. And then Peter DeBoer, Mikko ran on his. The Stars sent the Avalanche packing. He had 3 goals and 1 assist. Mikko ran. He had 4 points, all in the third period.
Mm.
Peter DeBoer is 9-0. The coach for the Stars. I don't know why that graphic's not on there, but the coach for the Stars is 9-0 in Game 7s. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's clutch.
And then the Colorado Avalanche are the first team in MLB, NBA, NHL history to lose 7 consecutive Game 7s.
Jeez. Isn't
Wow.
that Quack's
worse.
team?
Dude, that's worse than the Bills, right? Because the Super Bowl is Game 7.
Yeah, Bills only lost 4 in a row.
Niners have lost 3 in a row.
Hey.
And we're dangerously close to taking the mantle. But that game was awesome, man. Just like this game. Like, I love watching playoff hockey, especially a Game 7. So, Avalanche were up 2-0. I'm addicted to this graphic.
You are.
This is like the 4th time I've done it. Duke, Houston. Then it was some basketball team. Now I've got the Avalanche and the Stars. I'm about to do the Blues. The Blues are about to get it too. So, anyways, anything to add on did anybody watch that game?
No.
Edge, did you watch that Game 7 last night?
No.
Okay. Here's where we stand for hockey. So in the Eastern Conference, we get Toronto versus the Panthers, and then we get the Caps versus the Canes. On the other side, Vegas in the West, we got Vegas versus Edmonton, and then Dallas, who won last night, versus whoever wins this game, Winnipeg or St. Louis. So I think these second-round games for the NHL are just going to be incredible.
Who are you picking?
I think the Panthers and the Canes are going to win. And I think,
Oh, you're going Canes over? Oh,
yeah, I don't believe in the Capitals. And I think Vegas versus Dallas. Because if Dallas gets their top 2 players back.
I would agree with Vegas. Yeah. I believe maybe the Canners can pull that one out. Panthers, I got a feeling they're going to pull it out.
Toronto sucks.
And if Dallas plays the Blues, it's probably going to be the Blues. But if they play the Jets, it's going to be Dallas.
What do you think, J-Vi?
I think the Sabres need to get their act together.
The Rangers did hire the Penguins' old coach, but I think it's because he wanted out of Pittsburgh and that Mickey Mouse organization.
Well, it just shows you that how equal the NHL is, at least the teams that make the playoffs. I mean, to have this many, games or series, this many series go to Game 7 games.
Yeah, seriously.
I mean, it's pretty incredible. Yeah. No, I mean, you look at NBA, MLB, there's a lot of sweeps in the first round.
Well, this is a 1 versus 8 right here that's going to Game 7.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So, I mean, most of these games were close. So, hockey playoffs are just phenomenal. So, and then third, the post NFL draft power rankings, boys. Here they are. Topping the list are the Eagles, followed by the Lions, followed by the Bills. The Ravens moved up 1. The Chiefs moved down 1 to 5. The Commanders, the Rams, the Chargers, the Bucks, the Packers, and then the 49ers at 11. And then the Bengals are your top 12. Cowboys are at 19th. Panthers are at 25th. Steelers are at 30th. Never had a losing season, though. So, are we going to do this again? Or the 49ers?
Will Lamar Jackson sue the Chargers for trying to take number 8?
That was good.
That was so good. And every time you see, the St. Louis Blues are seated number 8. Lamar Jackson coming for for that ass.
Lamar Jackson was there at the Gala. I didn't see him, but apparently he was there.
Oh, I saw a picture.
Yeah.
Steelers never had a losing season, Patriot. You know that.
Not a lot of teams.
15th week.
Not a lot of teams jumped very high. I mean, 3's the highest people jumped, but 8. First of all, how was New Orleans 24th to begin with?
Dude, New Orleans are in a bad spot, man. They're in a bad spot.
Kellen Moore, dude.
Get
what
this
a save,
man,
dude.
Come
Vikings
on,
are going in the wrong direction.
Josh. Stop this nonsense, man.
Oh my God.
Go ahead and be a Dallas Stars fan because that's the only star in Dallas that actually wins anything in the playoffs. Come on. You know better than that. How do you feel about the Bills being number 3, dude?
I think it's right where we want to be. First in the AFC, Super Bowl bounce, our year. Last year of our old stadium, going to open up the new stadium, playing the first game because we won the Super Bowl. I setting up perfect.
It's okay. Niners at 11. They're and the Niners are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th highest Super Bowl odds. So we're gonna do this again. But people got a lot of respect. This guy. You can't, Josh.
Those shots.
False.
He can't. He has to do that. That's what all Cowboys fans have to do. They have to go completely off the rails there.
It's always at the during the summer or right when the preseason starts. This is our year. This is our year. And then
they're all coming. They're like cicadas. They're all coming out. Here they come.
Yeah. Year
Here they
17.
come.
And then by week 5, they're ready to fire the coach, get a new quarterback, get rid of Jerry Moore, and get a new offensive line, new defensive line, new defensive backs.
The Cowboys hired a stepping stone coach, like a guy that they're gonna get rid of next year and step to someone.
Group of 5 program.
I was literally thinking about this earlier. If if you were progressing through the ranks of coaching and you finally make it to the NFL to go coach, and Dallas calls you or Cleveland calls you, would you take that job? Because you're going to get canned within the first year or two.
I'd take the Dallas job for sure. Cleveland, I don't know. They're plus 25,000 to win the Super Bowl. There's Patriot, another Cowboys fan. Y'all living on 30 some years ago is what you're living on. And don't give me this. All the Niners haven't won a Super Bowl since then either. We've been to like 3 of them. Okay, we've ended the Cowboys season like 5 times. Get out of here. So I'm looking at this list and I'm sitting here. The Broncos.
The Cowboys Super Bowl odds are behind the Cardinals. Let that sink in.
And the Patriots, who won 3 games last year. Oh, yes. Not a lie being told here, but with all I said, we would mess around. No, you wouldn't. Look, the Dolphins, the breakdancing, can't hit nobody, don't want to play in the cold Dolphins are right there behind you. Okay? I mean, the Patriots are ahead of you. The Patriots.
Tex, may the 4th be with you.
May the 4th be with you as well.
We're debating the Cowboys Super Bowl odds, and Josh is already he can't help himself.
Where are we at here? Plus 1,000?
Plus 7,000.
Are you kidding me? Yeah, for what, the preseason win? Like, what are you talking about? Plus 1,000.
I think it's a little low.
Of course you do. The Bears up there. Get the Bears out of here. Get the Bears out of here.
Get Green Bay out of here.
Get Green Bay out of here.
With that too, yeah.
Broncos out of here.
Hold on. How are the Steelers ranked 30th in the power rankings and then like the 12th best odds?
Never had a losing season, dude. I don't know if you know that.
Oh, that's true.
Just get him in the playoffs.
They've lost
do
like
what?
six years in a row in the playoffs, first round.
That's so bad. That's the Wild too. The Wild are the only team, the Minnesota Wild, to make the playoffs 8 out of 10 years and never make it past the first round. Steelers are about to pass them though. Mike Tomlin going for another record?
Shot, dude.
This is just something fun. It was the hardest teams to be a fan of. Number 1 is the Jets. Number 2 is the Browns. Number 3 is the Bears. 4 Raiders. 5 Giants. 6 Titans. 7 Cowboys.
Thought they were America's team.
Tex, what do you have to say for yourself? Hardest team to be a fan of?
Who's number 2?
The Browns.
Bears.
The Brownies.
Browns. I thought they'd be the Jets. Yeah, that's a good 1 and 2. The Vikings should be number 3. Dolphins number 4. The Cowboys shouldn't be on that list.
Get out of here, dude.
The Cowboys are hardest teams to. The Cowboys are the hardest team to not be a fan of because we got to listen to you and Josh.
Josh.
We got solid pieces. New York makes it easy
baby.
every year.
Hey.
Washington sophomore.
We haven't lost to Philadelphia with the healthy Dak Prescott since 2019. Okay,
It's the only stat he's got. 17 shows in a row.
It's true. Like that's the most true stat that you can have.
So,
It's
I
true.
mean, I love that you found that stat. And that
It's
you're
the only
sticking to it.
stat that he's found since
That's it.
episode 215.
That's all he's got. They haven't lost ever since Dak Prescott was sponsored by
Eagles.
Pure Leaf Dip Spit.
Yeah,
They haven't
that's right.
lost to the.
Problem is Dak's only played in 2 games in
That's
that
right.
series since 2019.
No, dude, he's got like 7 wins in that time.
Oh my gosh, dude! The Panthers didn't make it.
Doesn't matter though.
Golly, wifey.
Like, wait, are the Panthers a hard team? No, they're not a hard team to be a fan of because once the Panthers suck, you just put on your other team's jersey.
They're not a hard team to be a fan of because they don't have any fans.
That's right. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, oh, I got an AFC.
It's true. Whenever I went to the game, and I went to a couple games last year, and every
You're a Panthers
game,
fan?
I get free tickets sometimes,
Mm.
so I'll go.
Oh, humble brag, yeah.
One of those
Well,
times,
me with
one
the
of those
free
times
tickets.
for the Cowboys, one of those times for the Saints, and I can tell you without a doubt that there were more Saints fans in that building in that game, even though it was the Panthers' home come from behind win, which was pretty incredible to see because you don't see those very often. But there's more Saints fans there than there were Cowboys. Both the teams are terrible.
That's always the
Last
case,
year.
though. Any Panthers game you go to, it's more for the other team.
And I think I've been to 2 Cowboys fans, and both times it's been 3/4 Cowboys fans.
Yeah.
The easiest teams to be a fan of, number 1 are the Chiefs. Number 2 are the Patriots. 3 the Eagles. 4 the Rams. 5 the Bengals. 6 the Niners. 7 the Seahawks. 8 the Bucks. 9 the Broncos. 10 the Packers. Of course, it's the Chiefs and the Patriots because they basically just swapped who they are. So
I feel like the Patriots are going to be having a hard time here in the next 2 years, though, to even.
Yeah, Bills
say
have
that
won
they're gonna be
5
a fan.
division championships in a row. How's it easy to be a Pats fan?
because you had that run where you won like 6 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
But then you
10
immediately
years
go to
ago.
losing every game you play in, and then only finish the season winning 3 games.
They had a number 3 pick 2 years in a row.
But you can always be like, yeah, we won 6 Super Bowls. That trumps everything, basically.
How did that work out for MJ though? Like, there's still
Who's the GOAT? Are you trying to who's the GOATus right now?
no. I'm just saying,
Oh
like,
my
you can only
gosh,
say that
Big
for
Face
so
Sue,
long.
man.
How are the
come on.
Bengals an easy team to cheer for? They have all those weapons.
They're not the Browns.
They didn't even make the playoffs.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. They're not the Browns, so go to the other team in Ohio.
It's like they had to put one on the other Ohio list, or one on both teams from Ohio on there. One's easy, one's hard. Well, they have Joe Burrow.
Who can't stay healthy?
We're going to double OT, by the way.
Yeah, these
Um,
goalies are putting on.
You know,
a
I would
clinic right now.
I would never imagine, you know, after growing up through all those years of so many Bengals botched playoff runs, that they would be on this list. Just because I just remember the Carson Palmers, the Andy Dalton years, them just bungling themselves out of the playoffs.
They got
Well,
Chris.
That's
They
what
got
I'm
Chris
saying.
Collinsworth.
Well, that's what I'm saying now. It's like they got Burrow,
Higgins.
Chase, got to say Clemson guy, T. Higgins, and it's like they've had those guys for 5 years now. They made one Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
How many Super Bowls have the Bills made? In that time?
None. That's why the Bills
Yeah.
aren't the easiest team to cheer for.
Where are the Bills? They're not even
They're
on
middle.
here.
They're middle ground.
So they're not even. Wow, they're not hated or loved.
Yeah. Hey,
Bill-
they're Switzerland.
He said
I'm with you. I'm with you, Josh. How's Tampa in there, man?
because
Tampa's in there because they're in a division that is terrible, and they have a shot to win the division every year.
Tampa's in there because number 2, all their fans went to Tampa Bay when Tom Brady went there.
Yeah.
So they got brought up.
And I don't know how the Broncos are on there either because it's the quarterback list for the last like 10 years.
Well,
Yeah, but the Broncos have cool jerseys. Whenever they went to those,
and
you know,
everybody in Colorado is on
the
gummies
orange
something,
horse
so they're
beef.
just happy to be there.
yeah. Hubs loves shout out Hubs, by the way. Philly has more bandwagon fans than Lay's Potato Chip. You're a Cowboys fan, Patriot. I can't believe you there. I know you. We got a lot of Cowboys on this show right now.
This is a safe space for Cowboys fans.
You know, the Eagles haven't beaten a healthy Dak Prescott-led Cowboys team since 2019. That's a
This
stat
is
I know.
true. That's true. You can say it with whatever voice you want to say it.
I don't even know who this
doesn't make it
person
any
is
less true.
making these lists, but I feel like we need to make one and be like easiest teams to hate, and then just put it out there and see what happens. Okay. Shambles meter, boys. Number 1 or number 4. Start with the shambles meter. You guys have got to see these memes. These are incredible. LeBron James and the Lakers. This is going to be our 2 minutes of NBA. That game 7 sucked. I haven't even checked on the other game 7. We're on overtime intermission for the Jets and Blues. So, with the Rockets and the Warriors.
It's in overtime?
It's in double overtime, buddy.
Oh, buddy, I need to turn that on.
The Jets scored with
I've been
1
cleaning up the
second
kitchen.
left. They scored with 1 second left to
Oh,
tie.
incredible.
So LeBron James is on the shambles meter. Okay. This is why. They put the crying Jordan meme in his hair.
Oh, dude, that's wrong.
Buddy.
That is
Oh my
amazing.
gosh.
Let the man fall from grace gracefully.
One of the greatest
Jeez.
memes
That's
I've ever
amazing.
seen. This is the sole reason he's on the shambles meter.
Golly, that's bad.
Look at that.
dude.
They put the
Hilarious.
crying meme Jordan face in his bald spot. It gets even better. Watch this. Watch.
Golly.
I don't even know who this is. Goatman MJ. Of course, that's who it is. It's over, but the O is the spot.
Oh my god.
We got to be sensitive to this, man, because look, the hair gets thin. I mean, we're
Tex is a thin hair guy.
Tex is thinning, yeah. I just admitted it when they had shaved it.
The shambles meter. Oh my gosh.
Is that the new shambles meter more than RG3? Is it
Oh,
LeBron?
dude, no, the RG3 croissant thing. He did that to himself. LeBron got sneak attacked here. That crying Jordan
great.
face. Those are 2 all-time memes if I've ever seen them. That was incredible.
Tex, I got something for you for Halloween next year.
Oh, yeah?
Right here.
Yep, right there. Let's paint MJ in the back of your head.
I don't know. I feel like I got a lot of years ahead of me with no hair on my head. So I'd rather not. I'd rather save that for whenever I don't have to make that happen.
Here's the NBA bracket. You got OKC taking on Denver because they won. Minnesota is going to play the winner of the Rockets and the Golden State Warriors. Knicks and Boston, and then Cavaliers and Pacers. I've watched none of these. Maybe bits and pieces. I saw Jalen Brunson hit the game winner. He said, I just noticed RG3. Dude, you remember that when he ate the croissant? I mean, you can't do that on the internet, RG3. That's Internet 101. So, anyways, LeBron James and the Lakers, because they let a lot of people down, and that's our 2 minutes of NBA. The Mets are on the shambles meter because they lose their 34th game of the season for the 16th time in a row. Somebody figured out that the Mets on their 34th game of the season have lost every time since 2016 or 2010. How crazy is that? Patriots said LeBron should put an ad space on his balding spot.
Day.
NBA, sell that ad space.
That'd be good.
What do we think about the Mets, boys? That's pretty crazy. 34th game in a row.
Wish I would have known that.
30 next year. The other one is some guy who hits a home run on 5 straight opening days.
Well, who's the guy? Anytime some catastrophic event happens, he hits a home run.
Oh, I don't know that. But the Mets, 0-16 since 2010 on their 34th game of the year. Tuck that away. And then every coach everywhere else. Greg Popovich is now moving to the front office for the Spurs, retiring from the coach of the San Antonio Spurs. That means Mike Tomlin is now the longest tenured coach of all major sports. So he is the pinnacle of coaching. Never had a losing season, Mike Tomlin.
Never had a losing season.
That puts everybody else on the shambles meter, boys.
Yep. Makes sense.
And then number 1, alarm clocks are on the shambles meter because I had no idea. Before alarm clocks existed, people hired knocker-uppers. That could be used as another.
Whoa.
To wake them up each morning. That could go a lot. That could go a lot of different directions. But anyways, before alarm clocks existed, people hired knocker-uppers to wake them up in the morning. A knocker-upper was a person employed to wake others up before alarm clocks became common. Just during the Industrial Revolution, and ensured they made their job, or factory workers got to their jobs. They used long poles, pea shooters, or simply loud knocks. They roused people from their sleep, and people relied on them. And alarm clocks are very expensive and unreliable. And then the clocks became affordable, and then the need declined. Can you imagine being a knocker-upper? I would be. There's no way I could have that job.
Could you call all of us that since we all have kids?
Mm-hmm.
Can you put that on your resume, knocker-upper? There's no way I could have that job. Can anybody on this edge? You could have that job, dude. You'd be really good at that job.
Yep. I can make it happen.
So, but anyways, that was a shambles meter. Okay. I think we're going to talk a little bit of golf, and then we're just going to hang some banners, and then that's pretty much it.
All right.
So let's hit the.
I'm gonna hit the music and peace out.
All right,
Go to
dude.
bed.
Cool.
Y'all have a good one.
See you, dude. Okay. We got some to talk about. Scottie Scheffler, the CJ Cup Byron Nelson. We've been off our golf game for a little bit because we interviewed Andrew Novak. Oh, that's a good point, Josh. Good point. Coach Jules. But the CJ Cup Byron Nelson, Scottie Scheffler was obviously the biggest name in that event. And I think he was 31 or 32 under. He won the event by 8. The score of 253 ties a record for the lowest PGA score in tour history with Justin Thomas and Ludwig Oberg. I don't know if you guys saw any of this. It was over before it even started. He was like 8 under on the first day. He was 7 under through 9 or something. So, but I won't move. Hang on. And then it just disappeared. We're in trouble.
Get it together. Get it together.
I don't know what just happened. Well, now I just lost everything. Well, there we go. It just
It's on the other screen, dude.
Well, now I can't get it to come off. Well, anyways. Well, talk amongst yourselves about Scottie Scheffler. because I don't know what just happened.
Yeah, I mean, Scottie had his tied up from day one, basically. There was no choice for anybody to, other than pack their clubs and go ahead and call their flights home.
This is a momentum building tournament for him. He's just building the mo through the summer.
What I don't understand, though, is isn't he from this area and he said he'd never played this course before? I
No,
thought he
it was the very first course that he ever played.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I thought.
This was the first. This was the first course that he's ever played. So yeah, it was the reason. I'm sure that's the reason he plays it. But yeah, I don't. My little preview thing has gone completely haywire here, which is very odd.
Puck drops in 3 minutes.
For what?
Mhm.
Damn, blame it. But Scottie Scheffler. Anyways, he plays this tournament. I'm sure because it's just the first one that he ever did.
Plus, it's back home for him.
Yeah, he's
Take a quick weekend there or a week there. With practice, get to see everybody.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Now we're back. Let me pull that up. I just had some stats that were pretty cool because he's outrageous. Scottie Scheffler is absolutely ridiculous the way that he does things. So his ranks this week, he was first in basically everything: proximity, birdies, par breakers, 3-putt avoidance, putting average, tee to green strokes gained, approach strokes gained. Like, he just torched this course.
He would have set the record earlier if he didn't choke and make a bogey too.
Yeah. And then the freezing cold takes. Phil Mickelson said 2 months ago, here's a hot take. Does Scottie win in 2025 before the Ryder Cup? I don't think so. Well, Scottie just won by like 700.
Zip it,
Phil. What day did he say that?
A month ago.
3/16/2025.
He had to be joking.
Obviously not.
He was dead serious. I don't know what he was trying to gain by that, but he was letting people know that that's the way he felt. So, but anyway, Scottie Scheffler wins. Pretty cool. I thought there was another little picture that I had here because it was going to show his scores. It was something stupid. It was just dumb. How low his shots were, or how low his score was, but it's not on there. But anyways, so Scottie Scheffler wins. There is one more thing I was going to show right here real quick. This is just something that was a golf snack that somebody did. Somebody pulled up. So the guy he pulled up to the golf course, pulled this out of his bag. There's a picture of a hot dog and some Olive Garden breadsticks, and he goes, "Mind if I speak a little Italian?"
Golly.
He cuts open the Olive Garden breadstick and puts a hot dog in it. He's got a garlic hot dog.
Dude, that's genius.
Is that not like, if you pulled up and did that, I'd be like, we're playing golf for the rest of our lives together.
Balling on a budget is what that is.
That's genius, dude. So I think Scottie shot like he was 61, 62, 64, 61. Just complete and utter domination of that golf course. There was a lot of low scores. I mean, Eric Van Rooyen was like 24 under and got second. He wasn't even close. He lost by like 10.
That's insane.
Can you imagine? Like, I played the round of my life. I played the tournament of my life, 24 under. The more important story was.
What do you think, like, the people at the golf course think about that, though? Like, oh, yeah, we got this top of the line, PGA golf course. It's so great. And Scottie just shows up and smokes it. I'm like, what is this? This is a good practice round, like it's nothing.
Well, like, he was by far and away the biggest name in that, and it's most of those guys, like on DraftKings at least, are down in like the 6,000s and 7,000s. Adam Schenk, who got like third, had missed like 7 of his last 8 cuts. Van Rooyen hadn't been playing particularly well, but Hubs got top 5.
Nice.
He was cooking. He was throwing some birdies down today. So kudos to Hubs. Let's go. So that's our guy.
I'm so mad I missed the interview with what's his face, because all I wanted to do was get on there and talk about how terrible Wofford was.
Dude, he's a big Wofford guy. He was awesome.
Yeah,
He loves
was.
ball too.
Yeah, he's good.
He loves ball. Like he loves football. He's a big football guy. So, anything else on that golf tournament? I didn't really have much. Other than just because it was over. Like, it's no fun to watch it. Well, I mean, I guess if you're watching history and he's shooting the lowest round, but it was just a machine. He did on 18 or 17 on a par 3, chipped the ball up, and then it just rolled right back down into his face, which was pretty funny as he was sitting there. Number 1 player in the world. His number 1 ranking was threatened too. Like Rory was kind of chasing him until this happened. So, but anyways, all right, we want to hang some banners and then get out of here, or what?
Yep.
You guys got anything else on the golf tournament?
No.
He's so damn good. It's crazy. All right, hang the banners. Here we go.
You did it! Congratulations!
Okay. Hang the banners. We're in double overtime here in Winnipeg and St. Louis. We're going to see what happens. Who wants to hang the banner first? I have mine ready to go.
Go ahead.
Tex, you want to go? You want me to go?
Well, I was just going to hang mine for the NHL playoffs.
Do it.
Lots of great hockey. 2 overtime games. This one's still going in overtime. Just a lot of good matchups. Great for the game.
Yeah, there's going to be so many good second-round matchups. So many good second-round matchups. Like, the first round is kind of like, again, we're getting a 1 versus 8 here that's going all the way to the brink. You know, you're not going to really see that in many other sports, but hockey's just different, man.
Nope. Let's go Texas forever, man.
Shut up.
Let's go Stars.
Classic Cowboys fan. Okay, my hang the banner is to Appalachian State.
Speak on it.
You know why? App State will host Western Carolina at Kid Brewer Stadium September 2nd, 2028.
Nice.
For the Old Mountain Jug.
It's going to be a massacre.
It's going to be a massacre, but it's back, baby. The Old Mountain Jug is back in the rotation. This is what college football is all about. Give us the Civil War. Give us the Red River Rivalry. Give us, the Iron Bowl. Give us the Old Mountain Jug, Dad. Blame it. Give it to us. This is Georgia Southern. Yes, hate their guts. Always will hate their guts. But Western, like these teams that we used to play in our conference in the SoCon, especially Western, it meant something to get that jug. So I love this. So hang the banner, App State West and Western Carolina, for in-state rivalries, because that's what college football needs.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get it. That's I have another hang the banner too.
My hang the banner goes to the record for the longest drive, drive off of a tee box has been now set. And I can't remember the guy's name or the yardage on it, but it was over like 470 yards.
Jeez.
Oh gosh.
Dude.
Is he using one of those massive?
That hurts my back.
The long poles?
Yes, and he just gripped it and ripped it, dude. And there was guys, down there measuring it, and just insane, dude. Like I don't know how he did it. It's not even Happy Gilmore, like no perfect form by no means. Just grip and rip, and he just sent it to outer space.
Could you imagine seeing a dude pull that out on the first tee? Just this super long driver.
I mean, I would do it, but it would only go to like the ladies' box, So,
dude, let me just hang the banner for fishing down here in North Carolina right now. They are catching some absolute slabs and hogs everywhere across the coast of North Carolina. Huge bluefish, huge redfish, bonito out of control. It's outrageous. Oh, so my other hang the banner was there was a list that came out. Oh, not that. Not to Mike Tomlin. Shout out Mike Tomlin. The top 10 college towns per conference.
Boom.
Number one, baby.
Feels good being number one.
Look at that. Here's your number ones for all the conferences, okay? In the American, it's East Carolina. In the ACC, it's Clemson. In the Big Ten, it's Wisconsin. In the Big 12, it's West Virginia. Conference USA, Western Kentucky. That's interesting.
That is interesting.
The MAC, it's Ohio. The Mountain West, Wyoming. I bet it is cool up in Wyoming.
Mm-hmm.
The Pac-12 has Boise State as number one. The SEC is Georgia. Probably some dispute there, I bet. A lot of people would put Ole Miss up there at the top if J-Bi was here.
Man,
Tennessee's
Florida's
not even in the top 10.
Look at how far down there Florida is, too. That's crazy.
What a joke.
I think, seriously, though, Florida is – like, this is going off topic, but I think Florida is starting to lose some of its grace because – you know, there's so many colleges down in Florida. You got UCF, FIU, like, you know, FAU, all
Miami.
these, all these schools down there are starting to like rise up while Florida's starting to sink a little bit.
Well, where's the money, right? I don't know who's got the money, but somebody's got money down there.
Yeah.
I guess Miami.
I think somebody stole this from me though, because we already were talking about the party towns, you know.
Of course. Well, that's what happens, dude. Sunbelt's App State, by the way. Shout out us. Shout out the Block A.
I'm kind of surprised that Coastal's like down to 4th in the Sun Belt.
Yeah. That's weird. That's
like,
a shocker. I think
Georgia
Ole Miss,
Southern shouldn't even be in the top 10.
Get them out. They stink. Get them out. I'm looking at the American. Where would Army and Navy being 5 and 6 is interesting, wouldn't you say?
I think it's just because of history, though. I mean, Don't get me wrong. Like, you know, once you hit senior year, you're allowed to go out and party. So I'm sure they're ready to get turned. Other than, you know, a couple house parties and stuff. So I'm sure it probably is a good time. I just think it's more like history more than anything else.
The Cal in the ACC is hilarious.
Yeah, no joke.
TCU being way down there at the Big 12 seems odd.
Even Cal being second ACC is off to me because I would put SMU there now.
Oh, yeah. They're not even ranked.
Yeah.
What the heck, dude? Well, this is a good list, I think.
Good list.
The top schools I would agree with. You don't mess with ECU and partying, dude. That's like the number one party school in the country, dude.
Yeah.
They don't joke around there. The whole no quarter, and you're not messing with ECU. That's Clemson. I would. That's probably a no brainer. People love Wisconsin. So, Tex, any thoughts on these?
A lot of Carolina and Southeast schools.
Yeah.
Very few blue bloods on there too.
Yeah, there's no UCLA.
Yeah.
See it. No Kansas. Blue Bloods basketball or football?
Football.
I bet that SEC list will make people furious. There's no way Alabama and Ole Miss are not top 3.
Tennessee? Come on.
Oh, yeah, Tennessee. Anyways.
Lexington, Kentucky is a fun place, but
there's also like every single one of those schools has like mountainous terrain, or they're near a water
foothills. Yeah.
Oh, the top schools.
Yeah, I mean.
Oh yeah.
I mean, ECU's the only one that's like in the coastal plains, kind of out in the middle of nowhere. So, like this, you know, props to that being on there. It's just the atmosphere. Then you got Clemson, which is in the foothills. Wisconsin, which is in a nice picturesque city. Oregon's a pretty cool place too. They got a real cool stadium, real set up there. They're in like a valley, in the mountains. And then you got West Virginia in the mountains, Western Kentucky, which is foothills. Wyoming in the mountains, Boise State in the mountains. Georgia's kind of like there. It's at the Athens is in like the Georgia foothills.
Yep.
And App's in the crown of the Blue Ridge.
See, mountain schools are really good. Mountain schools are awesome to go to for college.
Yeah.
You don't want to live there though.
No.
Not a
You don't want to live in the
chance.
mountains.
Yeah.
You don't want to live in the mountains. We love the mountains. We all went
Yeah.
to
Once you've gone there and lived there, and you're like, okay,
like snow day.
However, though, summers in a mountain college are the best times of your lives.
Yes.
I mean, if any young kid is listening to the show that's in college, take summer school and a mountain school. You'll never regret it.
Yeah.
Facts.
Especially one near
I don't care if
river.
it's just one course. Just do it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Go experience everything that you can.
Ideally, you'd go to undergrad in the mountains and then go to graduate school at the beach. Then you get it both.
There you go.
That's what I would do for all these. Shout out to Front Porch Sports for coming up with this list, too. Again, it's another list that's completely arbitrary and subjective, but that's what this is all about, is us just debating things for no reason. So, but anyways, anything else, boys? J-Buzz stories are always awesome from the Kentucky Derby. So we got to get here and watch the end of this damn double OT Winnipeg St. Louis game. I mean, don't you just feel bad for Connor Hellebuck?
It is absolute war going on the ice right now.
Hellebuck just completely disintegrated here at the beginning of this game. So you can tell all these guys are exhausted, completely exhausted.
And they're still battling. I mean,
they're going to
stick shattering. It's crazy right now.
There's just no jump at all from any of them. They look like they're getting ready to go and they just can't. So, and they're just getting everything out, icing everything. Playoff hockey's the best. We got some people piling in here late, but yeah. Anyways, put our socials up here. The podcast will be out tomorrow morning. If you're piling in here late, if you need a Monday morning show, check us out. We recap as much as we can throughout the sports world. And then some of our own stuff and the Bet Gala. Go listen to the first few minutes of that. Everywhere you find your podcast, you can get our podcasts, our live shows. We do multiple live shows. Now that we're all kind of out of vacation mode or whatever, we'll be doing some more stuff throughout the week. But here's all the social medias. Just type in @TheMillie pretty much anywhere and you'll find us. Anything else, boys? Good show. Good to be back. Good to have everybody back. Been a while.
Tigers.
Absolutely not. Go more overtime. All right, B. McCormick, be the GOAT. See you later. Thanks, Patriot.